with Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, where the stakes have been raised so high, so very high, into the sky, which we cannot see, because we lie, currently, in a school that is covered in bolted metal plates. Seriously, what's going on here? There's just so many problems. I can't even decide what the biggest problem is. That's what I'm saying! Is it that my date with Chihiro was cut short? Is it that my date with Yasuhiro ended with me in debt? Who can say what the biggest problem is right now? That we're trapped in here? That what I saw in that video might be real? Monokuma? What the mastermind has in store for us? Or are we our biggest problem? I want to get out of here, but I could never kill someone. Do the others all feel the same? Yeah, that's definitely the biggest problem right now. Yeah, no, you know what, actually, reconsidering the priorities and the stakes here, that is probably the biggest problem. The rest of it's very much out of your control in a way. Ding dong before the morning call? So this is in the middle of the night? Huh? When I opened my eyes, they darted immediately to the clock. It's almost 10 o'clock. I fell asleep without even realizing it. Oh, good, it's not the nighttime call just yet, I see. Nighttime's about to start. So how come someone's here? I gotta go to the bathroom quick. Any more coins showed up in my garbage bin? Interesting, he didn't mention the paper he threw away this time. The gold coating on this replica sword comes off with the slightest touch. Better be careful. Alright, hello?
Sorry.
I might have guessed. I'm really sorry to come by so late. Saika! No worries. What's cracking? Just like, as long as you say it in the next 3 minutes. Saika, what are you doing out so late? That's when I noticed. Her body was trembling. Yeah, and she's covered in sweat. Pale as anything. Is everything okay?
It was so strange.
Sorry to bother you, but something really weird just happened. Let's hear it. Something weird?
Makoto.
Just a little while ago, I was laying down in my room, and all of a sudden, my door started rattling and shaking. Her voice sounded like all the air had been squeezed out of her lungs. Just hearing her talk made me tense up.
I was so scared.
It was like someone was trying to force the door open. Or there was a scuffle going on next door that shook the doors, I guess. Either way, not good. My door was locked, so they couldn't get in, of course. But they started shaking the door harder and harder. I was so scared I couldn't even move. So what happened? After a while, it just stopped. I let some time go by, then I got up and opened the door to check outside, but there was nobody there. Someone tried to force their way into your room? But who would do something like that?
I mean...
It's not like I'm suspicious of anyone here, but still... It makes me nervous. What if something like that happened in the middle of the night? What would I do then? Well, hopefully keep the door locked. You don't have to worry about that, right? I mean, we can't go outside during the nighttime. But that's just a promise we made, right? If someone decided to break that promise, then why don't you stay in my room tonight? Would that make you feel a little better? I was thinking it would eventually amount to this, right? That we have to, like, because that's not a promise that is punishable by bear explosion. At some point, I didn't imagine it would happen this early, but at some point, you'd have to imagine that we're going to start grouping up into each other's dorm rooms. But then again, sleeping right next to each other isn't very safe either, because if you manage to find a way to kill someone really quietly, you could just kill everyone else in your dorm room. It's not necessarily like that. Like, there are certain ways you can kill people, I guess, where they wouldn't wake up and make enough noise to wake anyone else up. I guess you'd have to sleep in shifts or something. Not that that works with 2 people. Necessarily. Why don't you stay in my room tonight? Would that make you feel a little better?
Huh?
What? All it said in the school regulations was that we had to sleep in the dorm rooms, right? It didn't state specifically which room each person had to sleep in, so...
Hey,
But 2 people sharing one room is, you know... oh, jeez, I'm sorry, I didn't even think about that. Honestly, that didn't even cross my mind. Is that really the biggest problem? I mean, okay, you do you, but I thought you were really worried about death. No, I know, me either. It's not even that I mind the idea, but, if you don't mind, could we maybe switch rooms? Just for tonight? Switch rooms? If it'll help you put your mind at ease, then it's totally fine with me. Well, I don't mind you staying in my room, but are you sure you're okay with me staying in yours? That doesn't, like, concern you? It's fine, I trust you. Well, why would it... Oh, like, because you might put a trap for her, or what? In that case, then... Oh, Scheisse! I better go fast.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime.
You might think about clearing your throat before one of these messages one of these days.
The doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then, Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
I suppose the reason that entry to the dining hall is prohibited is because they're going to be restocking there. So depending on how they do that, that could let us in on the machinations of this whole place, I guess. Oh man, it's already nighttime. Okay, so it's settled. I'll head to your room right now. Oh, if we're going to trade rooms, we better trade keys too. Oh, that's right. We'll have to trade keys. Again?
Like I said, I'm psychic.
Huh? Hey, aren't you going to say you were just kidding? What if I wasn't just kidding? Something resembling a smile had made its way to her face. Thank goodness. Looks like she's already started to get back to normal. Okay, we better trade keys then.
Okay.
Yep, let's do it. We exchanged keys, and when I looked back at her again, there was another worried expression there. Makoto, please be careful. If someone comes to the door, don't open it, no matter what. I won't. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? Oh, by the way, just so you know, my bathroom door tends to get stuck. I was about to say, don't leave her without that information. It would be a total asshole move. By the way, just so you know, my bathroom door tends to get stuck. Although I was kind of hoping we wouldn't have to be tell anyone that, because I have a feeling it's going to come up in some case in the future. So I got to remember who knows that. Okay, Sayaka, I got it right down. Sayaka knows the bathroom door trick. That has to be important. This will be an interesting case study, though. If while I'm sleeping in Sayaka's room, her door rattles off its hinges, then we know that someone's targeting her, not just shaking random doors. Or alternatively, I suppose if Makoto's room's door shakes in the middle of the night, and I guess we could that would be another way of both of those would probably suggest someone's targeting Sayaka anyway. Oh, by the way, just so you know, my bathroom door tends to get stuck. There's a little trick to opening it. You have to turn the knob and then lift up on the door while you pull it out. Just do that and the door should open no problem. Okay, but the showers don't work during nighttime anyway, right? Oh, that's right, I totally forgot. But I guess I might use it when I get up in the morning, so thank you. Okay, well, I better get going. See you tomorrow, Sayaka.
Hey,
Oh, and about what I said before? When I said I was psychic, it really was a joke. Honestly, I'm just very perceptive. Yeah, I know. Good night, then. See you in the morning. See you in the morning! Sayaka gave me one last parting smile, and I headed off to my room. Oh my god! That's gonna make me do it! I looked around as soon as I got out into the hall. Everyone else's doors were closed. There was no sign of life. Good, there's nobody here. Making sure nobody was around to spot me, I rushed into Sayaka's room. Oh, I thought it was going to make me do it. I was like really worried there was going to be a chase sequence or something then. I still don't know what... I didn't... We've gotten skills and skill points in this game. I did not expect anything like that for the stuff that's upcoming. I assumed that all the so-called action sequences were going to be like relatively short sequences that were basically like QTEs or like run away from someone in the halls or something. I didn't realize it was going to be like something you'd get skills for. This is Sayaka's room. It really doesn't look any different from mine, except that her garbage bin is elsewhere. And presumably the bathroom works. It smells nice, though. Why? Does she happen to bring perfume? It's kind of weird to dig through other people's trash, but I couldn't help taking a quick peek. There wasn't any doubt about it. It was the DVD with her name on it that we found in the AV room. That reminds me, I never did get a chance to find out what was in her video. But it's probably best if I wait until she brings it up again. Yeah, don't take it! What was all the other paper that was there? And she hasn't got a notepad. And her bed is pink. So is her garbage bin, actually. God damn it, Monokuma. The sexism never ends with you. If I remember right, all the girls' private bathrooms have locks on them. I'm a little reluctant to go in. Understandable enough, I guess. This is one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. I guess I shouldn't be surprised if I went in here, too. What happens if I try and leave? It's officially nighttime. I better not leave the room. Right. The surveillance camera. Makes sense there'd be one here. One in here. Words. Orders. My room came with a toolkit, but Sayaka has a sewing kit, just like the note said. It's been opened. Is there anything missing? It looks like there's one thing missing. And next to it is the map of the body's vital organs. I don't think Sayaka would like me snooping around too much. I should probably go to bed soon. As I lowered myself onto Sayaka's bed, a pleasant fragrance enveloped me. Sayaka's scent. Don't really like that. Maybe it'll bring me some sweet dreams. I mean, maybe. Feeling a little better than before, I fell asleep. Monokuma Theater! I'm sure totally normal and standard things will be said here.
Imagine you're on a big spaceship in the middle of an intergalactic adventure. You've heard of Noah's Ark, right? We're sort of like that. We've set sail and left Earth behind. Here you don't have to worry about crazy neighbors, corrupt cops, drunk drivers, or pyromaniacs.
Well, we do have to worry about crazy neighbors, including one who's got a big red velvet door to his room. where he drinks wine he doesn't need.
You don't have to worry about the ozone layer or asthma-inducing air pollution, and of course, you don't have to stress about studying for finals or practicing for the big game. But even our divine world of freedom has a few rules. After all, freedom can only exist because of rules. If you're really dead set on returning to that tiny piece of dog poop you call Earth, please do your best to follow the rules. I hope I've made myself perfectly clear.
So then, let's everyone do our best to follow these new guidelines and live happily ever after together!
Sure thing. I was looking for the host of the name of the host of Blue's Clues or some other children's show, and one just didn't come. So I was just like, sure thing. You were there, you heard it. Anyway.
Good
Oh no, he
morning,
doesn't clear us out on the morning one.
It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine.
Will
Get
do.
ready to greet another beautiful day.
Yeah, okay, it says morning. So there's morning, daytime, and then nighttime. That's the 3 phases. I got confused because it doesn't change the colors from morning to daytime. I sat up, still half asleep, and rubbed my eyes. Slowly, I pulled myself out of bed. I remembered I was in Sayaka's room. I just remembered I promised to eat breakfast with everyone else. Better get going. Well, the bell only just rang. We're probably not going to be till all that late. I left Sayaka's room and made my way toward the dining hall. Oh, it's not even going to make me do it. Neat. 4 people there already. A few people had already gathered at the dining hall by the time I got there. Hello, Makoto, and good morning! Can you believe it? I was the very first one here this morning. I believe it. Good morning.
Hey, Makoto.
Morning! I suppose I'm early. I figured everyone who had arrived on time could be considered modeled high schoolers, and the ones who showed up a little late. Yo. Sorry I'm late. My makeup just would not cooperate this morning. Where did you get makeup? Oh, I guess you brought some with you? What, were you anticipating a long stay?
Well,
My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. My morning duty took a little longer than usual.
I will not ask any follow-up questions. We're the types with a more relaxed sense of time. Most high schoolers fall into this category. And finally, the ones who kept everyone waiting forever.
Indeed.
I suppose I'm late. Good morning, everyone.
My bad.
My bad, guys. Slept right through my alarm. What? Is it so awful to be late?
Yo.
I didn't oversleep, just so you know. Nope, got lost. I blame the Bermuda Triangle. Don't care about time or other people in general. They're the kind who move at their own pace. I think that's maybe putting a bit too much of a bow on it, but regardless, everyone had arrived. At least that's how it was supposed to go. I don't see Sayaka. Actually, I only count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think Leon's behind them. 10, 11, 12, 13 with Makoto. So we're missing who? Sayaka and Byakuya? Wait, are we still missing some people? Yeah, Sayaka and Byakuya aren't here yet. I don't know about Byakuya, but I would definitely put Sayaka in the model high schooler category. So for her to be so late.
What?
What's going on? Did something happen?
Yo.
Hey man, have you seen Sayaka? Why would I have? I just came straight from my room to here. Oh no.
Oh no.
No, wait, hold on a minute. No, wait, hold on though. Did someone bust into her room, my room, and kill her? And that's where my luck comes in because I traded rooms with her right before the... Oh, good God. I don't know why you went to the dining hall. I would have gone straight to Makoto's room myself to see if she was all right. Oh, I guess if she is dead, that would have been worse. I've got such a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach right now. I was like, Sayaka's either going to be the last one to die or the first, or she's going to, like, kill someone near the end. But she's not just going to die somewhere in the middle. If it's happening, it's happening. Oh, good Lord. Why would I have? I just came straight from my room to here.
Did you forget about our breakfast promise?
However,
I got the sense she always has her stuff together. Listening to everyone talk like that, a small dark speck of unease rose up inside me. Dude, it's not a speck for me. It's like a great big nugget of horror and despair. Climbing from my stomach to my esophagus rapidly. And that speck started to grow quickly. I need to go. I have to check on her. The words had barely left my lips before I flew out into the hall. No. Where I headed first was my room where I let Sayaka stay for a single night, where she was supposed to be safe. But over the course of that one night, the room had completely been transformed. What the hell? Better check the bathroom. Better check the bathroom. Let's take a look inside. Shit. Of course. It took me a second to realize that I was screaming. What I saw dug its way through my eyes and buried itself into my brain. And then... everything went black. At least I'm in a dorm room. Chapter 1, to survive. Deadly life. Yeah, I know what game I'm playing! God. I was like, because they put so much into her... that, and the fact that Makoto was like, I'll keep you safe no matter what. I was like, this is either setting up for her to be the first one to die, or this is setting up for a huge tragedy by the end where she kills someone and then expects him to back her or something. Or she's like the last one to die. Because, whatever. Although I will say at this point, I was starting to lean towards she's going to be the last one to die. That sucks. Really hugely. God, now I feel like a total dick for not spending more of my activity points on her! Fuck you, Admiral. You suck. Oh, I hate myself. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a ceiling I remembered seeing before. When I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. You're awake! Finally! Are you okay? No! Now's not time for sleeping. Get your ass up! Wait, you guys took me sleeping in a dorm room out of the dorm room? You're trying to get me killed? I don't understand how that regulation works. It seems like they're not following it at all. That's twice now I've been unconscious outside of the dorm. You unconscious, dude? I had to carry you back here. It's no surprise, considering what happened. What happened? Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream? What I saw, it was real? That's right. It really did happen. Sayaka is dead. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka's... Sayaka's... You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead. No! I have to see for myself. Why? Listen to us, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good is it gonna do if just sitting around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out in a gym at a time like this? Our friend Sayaka, she's dead! Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she really was gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma, he told us all to come here. Well, hold on, don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But
So...
I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason. We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong.
Wrong! I would never do that! If you can believe anything, you can believe that!
He's here again.
Hey.
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you, I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here. I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the bear times one rule.
But
Then who did it? Who killed her?
Well, we have to figure that out.
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you.
Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka? Don't be stupid, that's...
What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a Gatling gun.
I mean, I kinda did.
Don't you remember what I told you when this all began? One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
I kind of assume it's true, but then, like, at the same time, I'm like, it would be a wild twist if by the end of this game you find out that no one actually killed anyone and he just made us all paranoid into, oh, but I don't even know anymore. I don't know anything. I thought I'd be a lot more devastated when Sayaka died, actually. I think I'm just too, I don't know what I am. It seemed inevitable that she wasn't making it to the end credits, either because she was going to turn out to be a killer or a killed, but I just didn't. I think I'm sad that I don't feel as sad as I thought I would, if that makes sense. Because it seems so inevitable. It makes me feel like a bad person because I did really like her. Shit.
Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
well,
You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
Wrong.
Nope, sorry. One of you is not a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact.
What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious? Someone killed someone! It is amazing what some people are capable of. Hey, hold on! Don't just assume he's telling the truth!
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right?
Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb! That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave. Why are you laughing?
It's because naive. You're just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You can just kill someone and waltz on out of here?
Hey,
You're super naive. Devilishly naive. Hellishly naive. No. The real thing has just begun.
The real thing? The trial. No doubt.
now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part of the agreement you have to uphold, remember?
Then perhaps...
You are referring to rule number 6 of the school regulations. If you are the blackened that committed the murder, you can't be found out by the other students. That is what you are talking about, is it not?
So what's the time frame on that? Do we have like an hour to figure out who did it, or like a week?
In other words,
Bingo! It's not enough to just kill someone. You have to actually get away with it, which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with. So a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin.
Class trial.
Yep, it'll begin a few hours after the murder.
Oh, that's much better. They don't have time to cover their tracks so much.
Everyone will gather together, including the blackened who committed the murder, and they and the spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown.
during the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the blackened is.
What's with the 3 clones on either side?
And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote.
Gorsh,
If the
Mickey.
answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal
So they get
lives.
executed as well. Figured as much.
However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment.
Oh, I see. So if we guess wrong, the murderer goes free and everyone else dies. Okay, I didn't think it would be like that. I assumed it would be like the rest of you just keep playing the game until there's only one left. So here comes the logic game. Well, that's good. At least we know that if we guess wrong, we all get to die together knowing that we were failures en masse.
Which
Neat.
of course means your school life will come to an end.
You don't say.
As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it.
There's no structure for testimony or anything?
So, what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Oh, well, to put it simply, it's execution! Execution!
What?
And by execution, you mean... Well, what else could it mean? Blowing up, I guess.
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Zzz, zzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
Oh, those all sound nice. So to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die, but if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed.
Well,
What a smart little chimpanzee you are! Look at you implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type thing, which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line. Okay, let me just add the rules I described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind.
I knew about the class trial system vaguely. I didn't realize the stakes were quite that grave. Wait, hold on a second. I assumed it would just be like, the killer goes free and then it says game over.
Wait, hold on a second.
What are you
You're
talking
freaking insane, you know that?
What the?
A class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it. Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone? What? Are you saying you're not going to participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
What are you talking
What?
about?
Punishment? I might, I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up.
Shut the hell up.
say whatever you want. I'm not gonna be a part of this. Don't be so selfish. You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. Evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist to the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first.
As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then,
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you? Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyear!
No, what is that? Oh shit, she's going down already as well before I've even had the trial? Okay, I didn't see that coming.
This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again.
No way!
Well, I know who killed her.
What the? I don't... This can't be real.
No way!
Well now.
Now I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a course from popping up for no good reason, you know? But I guess you all needed to be taught a lesson after all. Ah, what an amazing promise.
I mean, at least she went out kicking the bear in the face. That was cool. Sorry, Junko. Well, this is going incredibly poorly. I guess it's not right to speak ill of the dead, although I never really... I always thought someone's morality shouldn't be changed just because they die, but if I was correct that one or more of the students is in on it, I guess that doesn't bar them from being the dead students. It's very possible they framed their own death with all the technology they've got going on here, so I guess it's still possible that Sayako or Junko are in some way conspirators, but I don't really have any evidence of that. Well, hey, this is getting bad.
Well, I guess you all needed to be taught a lesson after all. Ah, what an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am.
I mean, I kind of figured that from the moment you had a bomb on the other guy,
Find
but...
me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
10-4. Sorry about it, Junko.
Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body.
I like the stylized pink blood, though. That's cool. I know that's not the thing to be focusing on right here. Two of our friends have just died, and I was starting to like them both, but...
It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. She just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself.
Hey, isn't that reassuring?
This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality.
Why?
Why'd you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something?
I changed my mind.
I knew it.
No. You've been wanting to kill this entire time.
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Oh, are you being more metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma! Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the Blackened.
Standing right before me. You didn't get away with it. You have to explode yourself now. It's the rules.
This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it the Monokuma file. I mean, naturally you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then,
Wait, so then, you know who killed Sayaka?
You would have to, otherwise he wouldn't be able to let the one who graduated go.
Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well,
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot.
Actually, everyone's taking the death of Sayaka and Junko really well, if I'm honest. I would expect a lot more, like, hyperventilation and, like, needing to calm down for several hours. At least.
Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up at the class trial in a little while.
How many hours? Well, that's some nonsense.
And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course, but there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable.
At the very least in this situation, it's not like the situation of choosing to murder someone. If you choose to kill the killer by finding them out, you're saving your fellow students, at least for the time being. So at least we have, it's an awful trolley problem, but at least we get to comfort ourselves by saying we're saving our peers by targeting the killer. But that's only if we buy this whole shtick that it actually was one of us.
It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her.
Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. If you're not a killer, I understand your point. I was feeling somewhat suspicious of her, but again, they're like trying to make her so suspicious by like singling her out as the only one without an ultimate thing. So like, in the one hand, I'm like, she's so overwhelmingly suspicious that it can't be her, but I don't know. I just don't know. Everyone's too suspicious to make any calls, really. When they reveal, if one of the students is in on it, when they reveal it, I'm almost certain I'm going to be like, okay, well, that makes sense, but it makes as much sense as anyone else. Granted, she did seem like when she watched the video that they had prepared for her, it had gotten to her a bit. Or at the very least, when we asked her about it, she reacted the strongest I've ever seen her react. She turned a little blue and everything.
The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else.
In other words,
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything.
So saying stuff like that is just...
How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you have only yourself to blame.
What an awful thing to say! Especially after what's
just a
happened.
second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here.
She was right. We need to begin our search right away.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have?
No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. All right, damn it, let's do this.
We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right. We just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to. We have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this.
Okay.
Hey, Junko. Sorry about it. I really did start to like you by the end.
I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. Ew, icky, blood. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead.
I mean,
I don't think there was much question of that. There wasn't anything else to say. She's gone.
I don't know why you even bothered to check after those injuries, after losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that.
Hold on. Hold on, just wait a second. She's dead? Then that means everything else that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever, it's really real? Hell no! Someone save me, let me out of here! Somebody help me!
What's your problem?
You're just now accepting that?
I mean, fairness, I can understand wanting to live in denial that long, although I am a little surprised it took him that long. Hey, when you spin the cursor around, it like spins around fast. That's cute. Anyway, Celeste, hey, how's it going?
So you finally noticed.
Huh? Noticed what?
I was looking through the Monokuma file we received.
I haven't looked through it yet.
And I noticed something very obvious and very unusual.
That she was found dead in our room, I guess is what she's gonna say.
Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm.
What? She's right. Then, can it be?
All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me.
Oh, hold on a second. You've got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth.
The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. Feelings of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it?
I figured that was coming.
What the heck?
I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it, or else we're all dead.
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed. In that case, I don't mind doing it. Well, more than one person should do it, though, right? Because if we put the killer on guard duty, that doesn't help at all. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mono look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone. What? Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the Stop talking. If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. What? Fuck you!
So then.
Fine, then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem.
Two-player co-op based defense with the two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP.
Not the time. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith into the rest of you. I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. I like them on guard duty. They're tough. That seems like a fair call. It would probably be like them two, and then Aoi and Sayaka would be the first people I would put on guard duty if Sayaka wasn't dead.
so then.
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues from a foundation and construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong... Oh, do I really have to say any more?
I'd rather you didn't know.
Goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym. I'll be going too. Damn it. I was trying to talk to everyone before everyone left, but Kyoko was the one that made everyone leave if I talked to her. Which makes sense, because she's kind of de facto our leader at the moment. I'll be going too. Just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it. Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty. I better head to the scene of the crime. Ah, that's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now and they're thinking of destroying that evidence, they better not let me find him. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious, I will fuck them up.
Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off. But I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know, and we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
Well, I've got a few things to look out for. She was killed in the bathroom and only she and I knew of the trick, which doesn't look good for me, but it also means anyone else who brings that up before I do is suspicious. I don't know why I'm checking my phone right now. What the hell? I was expecting to find, I'm not sure.
How do we even do something like that?
Anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying? It was you. I'm telling you it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next? Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet.
That's true. We may as well at least check, just to check.
Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out.
That's not true at all. You're looking at a whole bunch right now.
Oh, yeah?
Whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Damn, Leon. I mean, I guess she's been pretty hostile to everyone, but we're all in extenuating circumstances. Let's try and be patient with one another. Alright, I guess I better get going.
Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. Their parting looks at me still had been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something, otherwise everyone will...
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair! Bzz, bzz, poison gas! Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane!
I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka.
Yes, and we'd better investigate. Oh, neat. We have like an investigation segment.
I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before.
I was waiting till I'd talked to everyone to do that. Oh, it's in my thing here, right?
The victim was Sayaka Maizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m.
Okay. 3.5 hours after I left.
The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom.
There was a little flicker in me when she first suggested we trade rooms that I was like, okay, this is going to cast a major suspicion on us if she dies. But then I was like, no, I'm certain they're saving her death for way later in the game. And so I quickly put it out of mind, and now I feel like such a goddamn tool.
All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Interesting. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka. I have to find out how she was killed.
Nice! Monokuma file number 1 has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook!
Oh, neato.
Let me just look at that right quick. Yeah, he read it all exactly as it is. Righty. She was found with a knife in her, but it doesn't say that, Oh, interesting. All the knives were there in the kitchen when we last looked, and you're not allowed in the dining room after a certain point, right? Curious. It doesn't say specifically that she was killed with the knife, though, I guess. But anyone who used the replica sword would have gold all over them.
Aren't you going to help?
Oh, sorry.
Aren't you going to help investigate Chihiro? I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her.
Okay. I hope that doesn't mean you're the killer. Please, Chihiro, buddy, don't be the killer. No way, I seriously don't want to die here. I'm begging you, God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me! I don't care who it is, just get me out of here!
Chihiro doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now.
Yeah, we better just let these two panic together. God, can you imagine if during the investigation someone did another murder? It would be the perfect time because we're all splitting up to find clues.
Damn it, why is this happening?
That's it! The monitor Monokuma always shows up on. There's really gotta be a clue here. Or not. I better get back to the investigation. I better just go room by room checking everything. I mean, I guess mostly we're gonna find stuff in our dorm, but someone's spying on us with that camera. But who is it and what for? Sorby's took is still gone from here. Okay, a lot of the other investigation dialogue is seeming the same. I probably better just get to the scene of the crime, hadn't I? Next time on Danganronpa, because that is just about all the time we have for this time. Sorry to leave you right before we get up to the investigation and the trial sequence. I'm as annoyed as you, but time waits for no high schooler. High schooler. Wow. I'm a little shook up. I don't know. I mean, obviously... I don't know. I don't know what I'm feeling. I just don't know. It's a lot, though. Next video on the channel is going to be some more Kingdom Hearts 2, where we're off to Lion King, I'm pretty sure. Pride Dance. Next time here, the fight begins for real. Man, what is Makoto going to do without Sayaka? Anyway, that's all for now. Rip Sayaka. Rip Junko. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I'll see you around. Admiral's going to be out of here now. Peace! His annoyance with an eventual rivalry with the sages, in large part comes from their disregard for, like, sentient life, right? It's not just that they don't follow everyone's interests. I mean, that's the main thing, but I think he's also a bit repulsed by how murdery and horrible they are.